Nikhil here, back with another video, and this time it's on dieting. This is my experienced opinion on dieting and how to tell if science backs up your diet. Now this is so important. I'm going to give you a little bit of my experienced opinion when it comes to diets, and then I'm going to speak about the science behind diets, because what I've found with me, especially personally, is that, I'll tell you a little bit of a story just to get some perspective here. Like I used to follow Kino Body. I'm sure a couple of you guys know it. Maybe even if you go to check him out, he's a big advocate of intermittent fasting. I'm not putting down him or intermittent fasting, but I want to say I want to give you the tools. I want to equip you with the tools to see if it really is for you and if science backs it up in the first place, right? Because I went to his channel and he would link me to studies, be like, oh, intermittent fasting, increased human growth hormone, you don't have to restrict calories, and you just have to restrict eating window, and you stop losing fat, blah blah blah. And he's ripped, he got a six-pack and everything, and he's got big guns, whatever. I'm not gonna go into if he's using steroids or not. That's not what it's about. This is about diets, right? But that's not really diets, more of a eating habit, right? Now, all these kind of things, all these YouTubers, they go read an abstract of a study and they'll be like, okay, now I'm a professional nutritionist, blah blah blah. Now you go on Atkins diet, keto diet, because it's got this whole list of scientific benefits, more human growth hormone, more fat loss because of you reduce insulin and increase glucagon and all these kind of things. And these people just throw out all these increases and decreases of hormones, and you're like, oh, that's great. And these people are backed up by science. I'm gonna go try that diet. Sounds awesome. I fell into this trap with intermittent fasting and the keto diet. I'm not putting down any of these diets. Both of these diets, right, intermittent fasting and the keto diet, they're great diets, but they're not for everyone. They weren't. I want to go back on the keto diet just because of some of the benefits, maybe intermittent fasting, but right now, I tried them all and I went off them, and I'll tell you the reasons why. Is that when you look at science and what science has to say about these things, right? When you look at the science paper, right, you have the abstract. The abstract gives you a broad overview. It's broad, right? And when you don't read the full paper, you only get one view, like this, like one-sided perspective, right? You're not going to see much, in this little case here. You're not going to see the full story, right? Who wants to go through life looking like this? You're not going to see shit, alright? The same thing with the study, right? If you go through a case study like this, an experiment like that, you're not going to see all the other factors, right? I'll give you an example, right? With carb backloading. It's not really a diet, it's just like eating habit again, where people, right, they ate, group 1 ate most of the carbs during the morning, group 2 ate most of their carbs at night, right? Now they said the carb that actually backloaded, that ate all their carbs at night, lost more weight. That's what it said in the extract. But if you read throughout the entire paper, the group with backloading had a higher average weight, which means that if someone weighs more, if someone weighs 200 kilos or 400 pounds, right? And someone weighs 100 kilos or 200 pounds, right? The group that weighs more is obviously going to lose fat a lot faster, because when you're at that high level, it's easy for you to lose lots of fat, bam, 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 right? But obviously we all know is that when you get lower, right, when you get to that around 15% body fat, where you look like okay, but you're not, you're not shredded, amazing looking, but you look okay, right? You're not disgusting, but you look okay, nothing amazing, right? That's the area, where it takes a little bit of time to lose fat, and your results aren't going to be like these huge things as like when you start off, like when you a little bit into a diet, when you're like midway in, you're not going to see like these big results as you saw in the beginning, right? That's the same thing here. The carb backloading group, right? They got bigger results just because they weighed more in the beginning, you see, right? Not everything are equated in all of these studies, right? It's not to blame the researchers or blame the study itself, right? It's a study done. The weight loss was, I don't know, it was very similar, right? And the difference, it was almost negligible. So basically, carb backloading, carb front loading, it doesn't make a difference. All this shit doesn't make a difference if you're not changing this, right? A little diagram with this guy over here, right? Net calories in, net calories out. That's the only thing that matters. Only thing that matters. If you want to put on weight, you gotta put in more calories, right? give a little bit of an example here. Let's say you eat 2,000 calories. That's like the popular one. 2,000 calories. And if you burn 2,000 calories, right? The net effect is that you don't have a surplus or deficit, right? You're sitting on zero, right? If you're on a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. If you're on a calorie surplus, you're going to put on weight. Notice, I'm saying weight. I'm not saying fat, muscle, all these things. It's weight, right? Let's say you take in 2,500 calories. You're going to be in a 500 calorie surplus. Means you put on weight. Not necessarily fat, but you put on weight, right? Let's say you take in 1,500. You're gonna have a deficit of 500. You're not gonna necessarily lose fat. You're gonna lose weight. Now, a little bit of a story, right, where I got tricked was that not necessarily tricked, but I wasn't told the full story, and this is my fault because I didn't look at the science first. I just believed these people and just went with it, right? We all know, right? I wanted to take action. I wanted to, get shit done, right? As we all want to do, right? We all hear it, it's all about taking action. You can't just, listen to it and, positive thinking one day it's going to get done. We know we need to get it done, but sometimes, we need to look in deeper. We need to take responsibility for everything. Starting off with the story, I heard about this fasting, I did it, right? But I didn't notice the results. I did this. Can't see that anymore. The pen's run out. I did this. Fasted for 23 hours and ate in a 1 hour window. If you think that's extreme, wait till this. I was only eating 1,000 calories. Yes. Only eating 1,000 calories. I was at something like... I was at a 1,500 calorie deficit. We all know... not even we all know. I didn't know that was unhealthy. That was like dangerous for your health. I didn't even know that. See, because I didn't look at the science first. They didn't tell me don't do this. They didn't tell me all the caveats. They didn't tell me like the full picture. I didn't get the full picture. They was just like fast. You'll lose weight. So I was like, okay, cool. I want to lose lots of weight. So I want to fast more, right? More fasting, more weight loss. I made that correlation, right? But the thing is, we're not told that correlation is not the causation. That's the problem. We fell into that cognitive bias. And cognitive bias, right? That's something that forces us to make mistakes. And that's not our fault. We need to look at these studies. So, fasting for 23 hours, 80,000 calories at that deficit, right? At a while, I was burning 2,000. Then that number slowly dropped, right? You metabolically adapt, right? If you kept at this 1,500 calorie deficit, I would drop very quickly to 6% body fat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, die. Right? I would just die. Right? Obviously, your body is smarter than that. You're not going to die. Right? It adapted. Only started burning 1,000. And guess what? That 1,500 deficit, I was losing weight. But guess what? It wasn't fat. It was muscle. I lost a lot of muscle. I lost fat as well. I lost quite a bit of fat. But I lost a lot of muscle. And it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it at all. I looked like shit. I was also feeling like shit. And I was getting sick a lot. So basically, at the end of the day, you want to look at the studies, what these studies have to say. And don't be so easily persuaded by anyone to do something. If you see something that intrigues you, that looks great, right? First, look at all the studies, right? It's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a long fucking time, right? Could take you half an hour, could take you an hour, could take you days, could take you weeks to fully find out and fully comprehend and understand what the hell is going on with this diet. What does the science say? What does the research say? Is it safe for you? Does it actually work? Blah, blah, blah. You need to look into the science of it before actually doing it. Because when you actually do it, you can seriously endanger your health, get eating disorders, and serious bad habits. Like with this, when my metabolism dropped to 1,000, that was the adaptation my body had to make so it didn't die. That was my body adapting to not dying, right? And some people call that metabolic damage, right? That's basically my metabolic rate dropping. So when I didn't know how to fix it, so I just went shot back up, 2,000 calories. I just put on weight. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what's going on? I was like, but I didn't know that when your body is in the starvation mode, that is actually when you're in a starvation mode, right? Your body gets ready to put on a lot of fat. It gets ready because, once you start eating again, your body is like, okay, I'm on my last straw here. When I get the opportunity, I'm gonna pounce on it and I'm gonna, make myself safe with all this fat because I don't wanna die easily, right? That's basically what your body is saying, right? Your body is very smart, right? In order to get to a 7, not even 7, but like an 8% body fat, you need to trick your body because your body is very smart and it's very intelligent. Guys, the human race has been around for a while, right? That means something. That means we've adapted to survive, right? And our bodies are smart, right, to some extent. And we need to trick it in order to lose fat, right? These things here attempt to trick our body, right? But they're not effective tricks, right? They're not sustainable tricks, right? These kind of things you need to speak to a nutritionist about. You shouldn't take, advice on go take the IF diet, go take Atkins or keto diet. I'm not saying that. I am not a licensed nutritionist. I am just someone who's sharing the experience and trying to give you guys some value out of, my mistakes. Because look, only listen to someone who's really backed up by science. Because at the end of the day, science is the only thing that matters, right? Someone's personal experience, that's their body. That's how they work. I know some people who like eat fast food and junk food and are ripped lean, right? Those are the outliers. Those are the people who lie outside of where they just lucky, right? There are those people who are lucky, but the majority, right, is simply, not so lucky. We're not disadvantaged, but we need to look at this, what the science says. What is it for us majority? I mean, if you're an outlier, lucky you, hey, lucky you. But for the majority of us that are within this average, within this mean, we have to realize that we have to stick with the science. We have to stick with what works. And guess what? These people who give us all these great diet ideas, they're the outliers, right? Guy at intermittent fasting, he's the outlier, right? I'm not saying he's definitely the outlier, but I'm saying these people tend to be outliers. These people, they mean well. They want to help people because of their discoveries that they've made. But sometimes they don't realize that they're the outlier themselves, and they just like, okay, this thing's amazing. I want to help my friends because this stuff, it's awesome. I'm shredded from this thing, I don't know. Tell all my friends about it, I'll tell the world. Well, yeah, if you tell the world and you don't give us a full story, we can get seriously screwed over. That's basically it, guys. I just want to recap, right? Don't be fooled easily by all these people, right? Don't give in to